Hello everyone, Cesare here with more Final Fantasy XIV. As you can see, it is July 1st, our outfit has changed. Today I decided to go with the more traditional monk outfit, I guess. Not really. It's the Heaven's Ward artifact set for monk. They gave me it for free upon finishing the monk quest last week, so I thought, why not use this as my costume today, for this week. Or this month, I should say. Anywho, today we have our Anima weapons to turn in. As you can see, we got the hyperconductive rare Thragnas here with the cracked lightning look across the surface. Well, I finally finished that quest because it's a long step, it really is, and SC decided to give us a break once Stormblood released and made it easier. So, to do that, I have to equip a new fist weapon. There we go. Because I have to have that in my inventory. We're going to go to As Is Law. Of course, joining me on Skype and Discord right now is Windtree, Piamet, Karame, whichever platform you know her on.
Yeah. I'm doing my Here's Me like voice act stream, which is far less exciting, but it's there.
Yeah. It can be like behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, I'm crafting.
Alright, so I'm going to share screens with you. We're going to talk to Ardashir and then we're going to move on.
Okay, I'm Ardashir, right?
Yeah.
God damn it, I hate that guy. And he's a guy, by the way. I don't even remember the voice I used. Miro, thank goodness. We must act quickly. There's no telling how much longer the soulstone will last. I would have the anima glass and the weapon serving as its vessel.
Give me a sec, I gotta turn up your volume.
Sorry.
That's not your fault, I had you turned down for some reason. There we go. Alright, so we hand over the hyperconductive Verathragna.
As I feared, the anima's vessel has reached the limit. We must remove the soulstone at once. The soulstone appears to still intact. Ready the new weapon, Gerald. The soulstone must be set before it begins to degrade.
The animal's got a lot of spine for being one so small, I'll grant you that. This new weapon ought to make for a fine reward. It's done, lass. Hold her up and see how she feels. The pinnacle of craftsmanship, courtesy of yours truly, and the nodes that taught me an ins and outs of elegant technology. Pair of Sultan's fists. You were the
My
anima.
body, it feels so light. What manner of arcane magic caused this? A new vessel designed by Ardishir and forged by Gerald. Thank you, both of you. Can it be? After years of research, of trials and failures, I can see the anima. I can see the anima, and I can hear it speak. Oh, if only my master could be here to witness this. Miro, Ardishir does not seem well. Perhaps he too requires a new vessel. Yes, something more powerful like your new weapon. Might we ask Gerald to build one? Here you have developed a sense of humor to match your new body. Unfortunately, my ethereal friend, we cannot exchange ours quite so easily. Though the weapon that houses your soulstone is indeed exquisite, I very much doubt Gerald would grant me anything quite so elegant. Oh, well, look at me standing here talking to you. Never have I felt such joy. Joy? You must be tired after such a long day. Rest. You have earned it. This marks a monumental breakthrough in our work. Though it still appears to want for knowledge, our goal is all but realized. And I can think of none better suited to teaching our young charge of the world and its wonders.
Aye! You see to it your anima doesn't turn into a snivel little shite like this little lordship here. One is plenty.
I imagine an arrogant thought would be equally undesirable. As I said before, it has been a terribly long day, not only for the anima, but for you as well. Rest easy, Miro. I will do all in my power to determine our next course of action by the time you return.
We've gone and done it now, lass. I know he's trying to keep his composure, but as soon as you leave the boy, he'll be prancing and singing about the anima. I wouldn't count on him being ready to work again anytime soon. At least we got nothing to worry about, so long as the anima's with you. Take good care of that weapon, you hear? Alright, so we get the Sultan Fists. It's attack plus 50 compared to my current weapon. And the question mark just means it's customized to how I have my previous weapon set up. The anima has reached beyond its limits, the weapon housing its soulstone forged anew. Alright, it's alive, the Sultan. I don't think I get a title for that, but I might. No, not that one. Anyway, so let's equip our weapon and I'll show you what it looks like. It's a lot smaller than the other weapon, if you recall.
They look like fans.
They actually appear on my hands the entire time. And then they just have little blades.
Fans with razor blades. Oh look, it's alpaca, sort of. Except white.
Arya Tethys. It's Isis.
Isis. Seen a lot of cute bardings lately.
Alright, so we're going to talk to Ardeshir and we're going to continue the anima step. Future Proof. Please note that upon completing the quest Future Proof, you will receive an anima weapon for a monk. As a monk.
Fuck that.
For this, we get the sharpened Sultan's Fists. Ardeshir is contemplating the present state of the anima. Changing classes or jobs will prevent progress during this quest.
Oh. Now that the anima can maintain a form seen even by those without your abilities, it is fair to say my research is all but complete. Our last task being to refine any abilities as gained thus far. Once that is finished, I shall return to Razat Han and make ready to present my findings. I dare say our work here shall forever change the study of arcane summoning as we know it.
The hell's you on about, boy? Now I can understand being excited, what with us finally seeing the anima and all. I think you're losing sight of what our work is all about.
Preposterous. The goal of my work was to create a sentient being capable of independent thought, which could then serve to help others.
Alright. And you really think you've accomplished that? Bollocks! Ain't no way something that's what's grown that much that fast can be any kind of stable condition. We poked and prodded the damn thing more than I care to count, and by the grace of Ralga, we somehow managed to not mess things up. But tell me this, what happens when we're not around when a new weapon needs smithing, I'll tell you what, it'll grow too big for its etherical britches and keel over. What the anima needs now is a body that'll handle it no matter how strong it gets. Until we can figure that, your work amounts to not but piss in a kettle if you ask me. Oh, but what do I know? I'm just a know-nothing sot with a hammer. No doubt of a fine scholarly lad such as yourself has already considered such complications.
The only thing more insufferable than a drunkard is when he's right. I was so blinded by its radiance I did not stop to consider the future, putting my own desires before the needs of the anima.
Right, well, there'll be plenty of time for moping after we've finished, and I'm free from that witch Rowena. For now, we need to think of a way to give the anima a new permanent home. The weapon holding it now should be fine for the time being. You just keep an eye on the anima while we figure out the rest.
Actually, I may already have a solution, albeit an interim one, thanks in part to Ilan and her studies. We were working on a potion of the Anima Weapon, that it might abide further growth. The difficulty proved in our need for ceruleum. It would need to serve our purposes, and we simply had not the means to. As fortune would have it, though, we got word of a renowned Adashire and immediately met. After making our case, still too happy to assist. Lampurst is his name. Would you pay him a visit and see how things are along?
Are you still using push to talk?
No?
Okay, because you're cutting out there.
Oh, maybe I was talking too quietly. Sorry. There are other preparations to be made, of course, but Gerald and I will see to them. Everything should be in order upon your return.
Excellent.
Also, I gave my armorsmith weapon to the squirmels.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Lampurst, eh? That gives me an idea. Alright, so we are going to Idleshire. We're going to talk to Blamprest. Thanks for coming by, Kick ya. Alright, here's Blamprest. He's this elven dude here. Welcome, friend. What can I do for you? An order for whom? Oh, yes, that scholarly fellow, Adasha. Was it? Work on his order is well underway. Working with ceruleum is no easy task, though. Distilling a substance so volatile demands a substantial concentration of aether, and only source potent enough being singing clusters. Quite the rarity, you know. And for an order like this, why, it would require 50 at the very least. Procuring such oddities is beyond my abilities, but I have enlisted the aid of 2 fine young mages to see the job done. If only the price of their services was not so steep.
There you are. We've brought what you've asked for. I trust you're prepared to hold up your end of the deal.
My, what fortuitous timing! The young lady here was just telling me how she would love nothing more than to offer you her services in my stead. These are the 2 lovely ladies I was telling you about, remember? The ones collecting the singing clusters you require?
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Amplis, and this is my sister, Angela. I will keep matters brief. Lamprest agreed to undertake certain tasks in exchange for our help. If you would serve in his place, we will compensate you with the clusters you seek. Agreed?
Splendid! Now that that's settled, I'll leave it to you. When you have what we need, come back and I shall see about distilling that elixir. Ah, that reminds me. A merchant in Rowena's employ deals in singing clusters. I believe it was Hisema? Their names all sound alike. At any rate, if you find their task to be too much trouble, you can always try striking a deal with her. Singing clusters obtained. A fatal quest is now available from both Amplis and Angelette. By completing either of these repeatable quests, you will obtain singing clusters which can be offered to Blamprest. Singing clusters may also be purchased from Hisema at Rowena's Center for Cultural Promotion. Alright, so I actually already have 10 of them, but I think I need like 50, yeah. They cost 40 poetics, or I can go and do these 2's quests whenever they load. They are not yet loaded. They're there. So Amphilis here, I'm not going to do the quest, but you basically, one of them, yeah, she gives you 18. That's ridiculous. She gives you 1. Okay, so it looks like one of them you just do 3 leveling roulettes, and one of them you do a daily level 50 or maybe not expert anymore. Maybe it's just 50-60 roulette. You don't have to waste this. Ah, yeah, level 50-60 roulette. Okay, so you just do a level 50-60 roulette and you're done. So, that's going to be the end of this particular video. We are going to go to